Hi, Scorpio. Happy birthday if you're a Scorpio sun. Um, yeah, happy birthday. My bad. I apologize for the delay. Yesterday, I was just guided not to, like, I was ready and everything, okay? I was just guided at the last minute to not go live. And then we're delayed tonight. I had to be an auntie. My nieces needed to talk to me, so I had to handle that. But I am here. Happy Wednesday. Happy Mercury Day. Today is October 29th, 2025. I am here with your November 2025 reading. The Taurus full moon is on November 5th, and Mercury retrograde begins November 9th and ends a month from today, actually November 29th. So I am going to do the Taurus full moon reading and Mercury retrograde readings together. Okay, since the energy, I mean, they're 4 days apart, but heavily connected. Okay. Those are all my announcements. Let's burn some sage. Let's pray. Let's get started. Hold on. These damn bracelets. All right. Why is this wet? Thank you for cleansing. Thank you for healing. Thank you for protection. Thank you for renewal. Okay. Let us pray. God, Divine Source, Holy Spirit, thank you for allowing me to guide Scorpio placements on their November 2025 monthly reading. Thank you for allowing me to be a clear guide, clear channel, clear vessel as I speak to them on what to expect as the month unfolds. God, please bless each and every heart and soul that taps into this energy with me whenever they are guided to do so. Allow us all to be divinely guided and divinely led. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Thank you for divine insight. Thank you for divine foresight. Thank you for divine protection. Gratitude, Ashe. Let it burn. All right, Scorpio. It's 9 p.m. on the dot. So, hold on. Okay. Be mindful of slip and falls. Sorry if that was loud, but yeah, be mindful of slip and falls. Clumsiness. If you find yourself being clumsy, Lord God, it's just a reflection of being unbalanced and unbalanced and ungrounded. But also new loans, new contracts. I just see your name, like you having to sign your name for something could be a theme in November as well. All right, let's get started. Scorpio, November 2025. What's the energetic theme for Scorpio placements? Just want one. Energetic theme for Scorpio placements. Scorpio got me this deck for my birthday. Okay. All right, so the start of November, I almost said February. Let's go back to February. Boom, boom, boom. It could be Aquarius season, February, because that's the first part of February, Aquarius season. Second half is Pisces, but hold on, let's go back. But also, Mercury retrograde could reflect that season as well. But hold on, let me see your title. All right, Scorpio. Oh, when they show up, dispel them. Interesting. Okay. Back to you. Back to what I was stating though. There could be resistance in the beginning part of, I keep wanting to say fucking February. We are November 2025. I'm gonna share that on the community tab after this for you to watch when you get a chance. Also hear at your own risk. Oh, energy is interesting. But I do feel like towards the end of November, things will be more flowing. You could feel like you have to backtrack as well. How many months? March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. 9 months ago, I noticed it was 9 p.m. on the dot. Ninth house is Sagittarius energy. We move into Sag season in November as well. Interesting. We got a card. So you have Mystic Meadows, Sanctuary. Number 26. And then you have 45, which is 9 in reverse, Unicorn, Purity. There's fertility, there's protection. They're showing me your mind as being like a fucking complicated math fucking algorithm thing. I don't know, but I'm seeing numbers and squares and fucking all kind of shapes and symbols. But as a reflection of your mind really trying to figure something out. I do feel like you are in the process of manifesting an ending as well as manifesting a new beginning, with Purity, Unicorn being in reverse. But it's interesting. I feel like you're being asked to go back to the basics. That is a highlight for you. Especially with Sanctuary and the way these animals are just here, present. You know, animals have been here forever. Okay, damn near. So with Purity, Unicorn, you know, 9 is a culmination of things, wrapping up of a cycle to start a new cycle. And Purity, that white will be that, you know, fresh, new, clean beginning. No attachments to the past, no worries of the past, no, you know, if you got some debts to the past, those are actively being paid as we speak, or you're trying to figure out how to pay those debts. So you're no longer attached to the past. Okay, but anyways, going back to the basics of, I hear who, what, when, where, how, and why. Who are you? What do you want to do? Why do you want to do it? What are you doing? How are you doing it? Why are you doing it? Did I say that twice? I don't fucking know. Anywho. You know, it's interesting because when it comes to nature, I feel like nature, yes, it's an external energy. Like we go outside, we sit with the trees, we sit in the rain, right? And as a reflection of it being external. But at the same time, nature is very personal, you know. We use nature as spirit guides, connect with our ancestors, signs, symbols from God, you know. Follow the North Star type shit, you know. Talk to the moon, things of that nature. But it's even though it's an external experience, it's very, very personal. And I feel like, you know, you may have been externalizing yourself, meaning, you know, very active with the collective, very active with your community, very active with your family, you know, showing up, showing out, doing what you need to do as a Scorpio, but more so the giver. And I feel like you are, yeah, 933. I feel like in that energy of being the giver, Spirit is asking you to come back to sacredness with, I hear extract the external and let's get real personal. That's what it's giving. Spirit wants to get very personal with you. And until this personal moment happens, it's blocking a certain cycle from ending. Yes, okay. Let's give it to the tarot. All right, now after saying that, the card flipped. Purity flips sideways. So that's how we get to where we need to go. Yeah, the truth. Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles represents so many things, you know. Feeling alone, separated, isolated, feeling without, or feeling like there will become a time where you won't have. And it's interesting because this 1-5 is 15, the devil. And it's interesting because this Five of Pentacles there, it's outside of a church. And this mystic meadow sanctuary, you know, sanctuaries are heavily connected to churches. But with that energy of going back to the basics, it's like, what is your belief system? Do you know, this Ace of Swords is giving, do you know where the line is drawn between life and death in the belief system? That's different. Scorpio, never said no shit like that. I've done many readings and I don't be remembering, but honey, I know I ain't ever said nothing like that. You be seeing a lot of fives at this time. It's time to shift out of pain into happiness. The happiness lies within that sanctuary. So what is your sanctuary? For some, it's a church, you know. For some, it's a meditation room. For some, it is a quiet home and nothing but the sounds of nature. But what is simple sanctuary for you, you know? I hear where love don't cost a thing, where money don't cost a thing. I'm seeing that Love Don't Cost a Thing movie with Nick Cannon and Christina Milian. 909. Yeah, you could be seeing fives, nines. All right, what else with this energy for Scorpio in November? The High Priestess. King of Wands in reverse, Scorpio. Six of Swords. Can you clarify sanctuary specifically, please, for Scorpio? Goddamn. So I'm going back to the beginning. You are protected. There's a lot of fertile energy around you, a lot of opportunity for growth, a lot of opportunity for, I feel like I got lost in the sauce when your mind was showing itself to be like a math algorithm in a sense, something very complicated. You could feel like something is very complicated to resolve, and in actuality, it's very, very simple. But you have not been connecting with your higher self in a way that you used to. And I feel like there was a certain way or certain connection that you had with your spirit, your soul, the highest self, your highest self, the universe, nature, I don't know. And you know, life lately could have taken you off track, and heavy energy on life has been a series of unhealthy distractions is what I'm getting. But more so, you know, it's taking you away from the innocence, the purity of things. Yes, you wrote death and rebirth, but it's like being so caught up in the death of things that we're unable to get to the birth of things, the rebirth, which would be a representation of this purity. You have clarifying sanctuary in reverse, Seven of Cups in reverse, Tower in reverse, Six of Cups in reverse. You are... It's not where I was going. I hear the word lonely, justice. You could feel like something is an injustice. You could feel like a reciprocation with the Six of Cups in reverse. Feeling like you give so much and get so little in return, or what gives to you doesn't last long, and you end up having to give to yourself. The Tower in reverse is saying things are not as bad as they seem. I also hear just simply as they seem. But also something does need to be eliminated. Why is purity this way for Scorpio? Yeah, Two of Pentacles. You have a choice to make. But something definitely needs to be approached from a childlike perspective. If you're trying to, whatever new beginning you're trying to manifest, for it to be a vibrant new beginning, it is very, very important for it to be from a childlike, innocent, not having really an expectation, but more so an energy of exploration. It's like you're trying to, it's like being so smart and being so wise that and I've said this recently, that you're not making the smartest choices in life, you know? It's like being so aware that we become obliviously unaware, you know? Losing that spark, losing the ability to just have fun, make mistakes, be fucking wrong, okay? Fucking trip up, you know? And I talk about this all the time, how when it comes to spirituality and being in the know, we get to this level of maturity and we truly lose a spark of childlike energy. It's like we know better, so we need to do better, okay? But we are having a human experience for a reason, and we get so tapped into the spiritual part that we just eliminate the human experience. And the human experience that we choose to not eliminate and focus on is the struggle, the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, the conflict, the drama, the chaos, the shit that you don't want to deal with, okay? What you want to deal with is what's on the bottom. Ten of Pentacles, Two of Wands. I got options, I got opportunities, I got places to go, okay? And I don't have to be stuck on one decision at this time, okay? I can allow myself to have choices. And with these twos being here, it's like you're not incorporating and or allowing duality in some shape, form, fashion, okay? It's like you're very, very strict, which is eliminating this sense of purity. And it could also be, I hear your rigidness could be blocking a new beginning as well. Like the fire that you seek is in the childlike essence within you, okay? You know how like when you get to know somebody new, okay, and y'all be flirting and shit, and then it's just, it's so good, okay? It's like, what? Why can't you match that energy with your path, okay? Why does it have to be so strict, so serious, so fucking Virgo-ish, okay? No. It's creating problems that don't need to be problems, okay? And I feel like this energy is being mirrored to you at this time. Anything else? What's on the other side of this? And then I'll clean this up. Aww. See? Slid right out. The other side of what I'm speaking of, which would represent the purity, is the star. And the star, you have the sun, and the sun is the happiest card in the deck, but it's in reverse, which is a reflection of your inner child, or any inner happiness. And it's interesting because a lot of you, it's like you do have so much to give. It's reflecting in this Ten of Pentacles. And I do feel like you are meant to carry more than one person with you on this journey. It's always a solo journey at core, okay? But it doesn't mean, you know, certain energies are not picked up along the way. Just like when it comes to, you know, the experience of evolution and the experience of life. However, in this very moment, in order to whoever encompasses these people, other people in this, or other person rather, in the Six of Swords, and other people in the Ten of Pentacles, I sneeze, will somewhat be on hold until you get back to the basics. And going back to this Sanctuary card, this Sanctuary, it's giving like the art of creation, you know, and relevance to having a blank easel, and not necessarily having, it's like having a desired end goal for the picture, but seeing where the brush takes you, you know, and being okay with that and enjoying that and appreciating that, instead of being so fucking upset that it didn't go out to A, B, C, D, E, F fucking G, and so on and so forth. You know, when it comes to healing, there comes a moment in time, like healing hurts, right? But a part of the journey is being able to tackle, tap into the softness. There's a certain softness that is connected to deep, true, fulfilling healing, okay? And if you've never experienced that softness, but baby, you ain't been doing no real fucking healing, okay? But the softness is that nurture, that care, that it's like an energy that's just so warm, okay? You could just lay in it and just embody it and just feel free and feel relaxed and feel comfortable. But I feel like there's a moment that's happening, or that has started to happen, where you're at war with, it's like the right thing to do, your highest self, versus what you truly want to do. And I feel like that's connected to your inner child, but you're somehow denying it. What's the song? You can't deny it. I'm a straight rider. You don't want to fuck with me. So your inner child is giving about it, honey. Don't play with it, because it's like your inner child will energetically, your inner child will project that reality back to you in real fucking time in your day-to-day. Just don't play with me, okay? Okay, nurture it, okay? Softness, Wheel of Fortune. All right, clean us up. Let's see what else for Ooh, Ace of Cups in November. You know, for the conscious collective, one of the biggest tests that the conscious collective goes through, or experiences, or grows through, you know, however you want to insert word there, but how the conscious collective responds to, it's the best way to put it, I'll simplify it to external chaotic controversy, right? It is the test of us to remain as a child, whether you have children or not, okay? Had a babysit, had children in your care, I don't know, okay? If you can fucking relate, you can fucking relate. You don't have to have kids to relate, all right? But when a child is in your care, unconsciously, it's like they're trusting you with their damn life, okay? All right, you are in their protection, and no matter what happens, they're going to look to you to save them, to get them out of harm's way, to be the hero, okay? And when the external world is going through shit that it's going through right now, and then some, and even in the past, and what is to come in the future, for us to be able to trust the divine, the universe, the most high, in a way where no matter what, I am trusting you to save me, to take care of me, to whatever the case may be, right? And, you know, even going back to the energy of the child, right? Let's just say it's a toddler. A toddler can walk, right? And, you know, it may be a situation where, honey, baby, we need to walk, not crawl, okay? And sometimes, you know, it's like, you know, when not necessarily dragging a kid, but it's like you want them to speed up. We need to hurry type energy. And when it gets to the energy of dragging, it's like, okay, it's that energy is slowing me down. Let me just pick them up and carry them along. It's like, why don't we have that same energy with God? Well, I do, but why does the collective not have that same energy? And it's a consistent test that is always failed. And yet we talk about, you know, being a light of the world, or reflection of the light of the world. But yet when the world is in darkness, we match that fucking energy too. We start to get in the energy of worry, okay? Fucking, is my shit okay? Or my accounts, am I gonna get robbed? What the fuck? I gotta hide. I gotta... Five of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Five of Swords, Five of Cups. Okay? Okay. Just food for thought. Scorpio. Five of Cups. You have the Knight of Cups. Ooh, that fell in reverse. What's this? Ooh, itching. High Priestess again. Why is the Knight of Cups in reverse? What cup needs to be emptied? Oh my God. It's an interesting answer. Oh, it doesn't need to be empty. That's why it's an interesting answer. I get it. Okay, so Knight of Cups in reverse. Also coming out to clarify is the Magician in reverse, the Nine of Pentacles, Virgo energy, and the High Priestess, Pisces. You keep getting opposites here. So the Taurus full moon is going to definitely tap in when I do that. As I stated at the beginning, we ended with 50-50. So the Taurus full moon and Mercury retrograde will be done together. But anywho, for your Knight of Cups in reverse, it's like you've emptied the cup of innocence. You've emptied the cup of curiosity. You've emptied the cup of being okay with not fucking knowing, all right? And you've more so embraced the cup of, I gotta get it right all the fucking time, okay? I just gotta do it. Like, her hand is on the Five of Pentacles, okay? Anything that is not to its max capacity, the way that you desire, is on its way to get there, right? But in order for it to get there, there's this softness. And I feel like the reason why the Knight of Cups is empty is a reflection of the softness that has been dispelled, forgot about. Or it could just be the way that you are thinking about something, observing something, processing something too. But then going back to what I stated, what did I say? I have no idea what the fuck I said by quote, but something about your belief system being life or death for you. Something like that. It's connected to this High Priestess. I don't know. What else? Why is the Magician? It's not the question I should be asking. What do you have to say about the Magician? I'll say that. Thank you. Same thing. Anything else? No. So clarifying the Magician, Sun in reverse. Same thing. But what's crazy is I feel like you don't even realize. Like, I could be talking directly to you right now. You're still not gonna realize. Like it's I don't know. Because I feel like your perception of something, the way that you're viewing something, is that I am being innocent. I am being childlike. But you know, like when something in life breaks our spirit and we're quite never the same, there's something that you have, again, been quite never the same with. And it's going back to the very first card, the energy of sanctuary. So whatever that is, it's like the divine is asking you to trust your angels, your ancestors, your highest self, okay? We don't even have to include them. Just you versus you is asking you to get back to that. It's like before the spirit was broken. And if you're like me and never didn't really have a childhood, didn't have the option to play, okay, it was all work, no fucking play type shit, slave type shit. Although, you know, my work ethic today contributes to how I was raised. I'm very, very aware of that. But it doesn't mean it's healthy. It's not. It's not. And I've been working on that for quite some time. Okay? It should be my own Nine of Pentacles. Anywho. But it's like, yeah, if you've never had the experience, there you go to a fucking playground. I don't know. Just start somewhere. Don't utilize it as whatever as an excuse, because with that magician being reversed, you could, I hear, easily revolutionize your entire reality and previous versus future experiences by getting back to that essence of innocence. I don't know, this is just, it's connected to your innocence, okay, which is connected to your purity and your wholeness and your vitality and how you love and how you show up and how you make decisions and all of the above, you know, and then some. Okay, okay, moving on. Scorpio, November 2025. Intricacies in industry, business, work, business deals, contracts. I did say contracts. Hi, Mom. Or is it Malik? I don't know. I don't know if that's an I or a K, because I know the capital I can look like an L, depending on. Just correct me, please. Scorpio. Clearing the way in reverse. Scorpio. What happens to the music? Please don't stop the music. Let me say, vote for it. Okay. Voting is coming up, isn't it? God bless. All right, moving on. And crescent moon is reverse, sideways. I don't know. The journey, another 7. Archangel Gabriel in reverse. Damn. Ooh. I should know this. Never mind. What else? Spring and autumn. We're in autumn right now. You have 7744. Anything else for Scorpio? You know, you're missing the 5. Anything else? The scribe up in the air. Okay. So, hold on. Let me get my book because I just did this. Never mind. Let me get my book. I studied and read on all the archangels on my flight, and I can't. I'm drawing a blank at the moment. Hold on. Which one? Hold on. Let's skip over it. Okay, here we go. Where's the other version? Didn't get here yet. Hold on. Damn, I should have left my bookmark. Okay, that's my bookmark. Hold on. It's very interesting because I'm on chapter 13 is next. You know, that's your energy, okay? Which is the fallen angels, by the way. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna stick with what we have and not take up too much time. Taking up enough time. Okay, so I'm reading about Archangel Gabriel. You have him in reverse. So Gabriel's name means God is my strength. Okay. He rules the water elements. Colors are violet and silver. Okay. And his Kabbalistic number is 9. Very interesting. Okay. We saw 909, all of that. All right. He rules the zodiac sign of Cancer though. Gabriel rules all the liquids, water, milk, wine, circulation of blood. Hold on. That's not what I'm looking for though. But we'll stick with the God is my strength in reverse. So the last, and I've said this before, but the last energy on any realm that you will want to go to battle with is the divine. You're ending with the War of Roses here. Okay. Now, as mentioned, you are missing the 5. You have 3, 4, no 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. But the change, the transition. So let's start from the beginning. You had, you also have 9 with up in the air being 18. So nothing is yet solidified. As your season progresses, there's still time for the journey to shift how you want it to shift. So starting with intricacies in industries and clearing the way in reverse, there could be something that you're trying to build, okay? Or this could be, you know, on a personal note, something you're trying to build. It could be a business. You could be at a what is it called? Like a plateau, or just a deadlock with something and trying to figure out how to, I don't know, make it grow, make it bigger, make more money. I don't know, manifest in this fucking economy. But just reflect back to 2020. Okay, anywho, with clearing the clearing the way in reverse. You see how, let's go back. You see how he's with this building, right? And it's just him, right? And as you see, there's so much work to be done, but it kind of looks like it's been destroyed. But at the same time, there's a possibility for a rebuild here, right? After the 7 is the lesson, starts the 8. You know, how do you want the 8 to go? Do you want to repeat the same cycle, or start a new cycle? With clearing the way, something is still in the way, okay? Something is, it's like, you know, when you're called to do something, say something, express something, and it's like you have no idea why you're called to do it, but you should still do it. It's like you're not trusting that you don't know why, but still do it. It's like there's a disconnect with that. And I feel like that's connected, I'm sorry, with clearing the way in reverse. And crescent moon is followed by this sideways. As you see, you know, he is in the night. You know, Scorpios, y'all love the fucking night. All right, I like to sleep with the moon and rise with the sun. Y'all like to do whatever. Anywho, with this and crescent moon, y'all are active at night, but it's like, even though it doesn't make sense to you, you may not see the longevity of it. It doesn't mean don't do it, okay? And it's like you're not doing it, but this, whatever you're being called to do, I don't know what the do is, but it's a part of your journey. It's a necessity. And with God is my protection being in reverse, I don't feel like this is connected to, you know, spiritual protection per se. I feel like this is more so physical protection, going back to that inner child energy. Because you think about spring is a season of rebirth, and fall is a season of we're doing away with the old. Yeah, out with the old, in with the new type shit, right? And it's like, as spirit is trying to do away with the old and invite in the new, you are choosing to go to battle, to war. You know, it's like you pray and you manifest and you do all the things to ensure your crown chakra is open and active, and your third eye and your pineal gland and all of that is clear and shit. But if you're not listening to the heart, if you're not listening to that inner child essence, which is the heart, which is Leo, the heart of the lion, the heart of the cub, which is you, okay, male or female, then honey, you are, that same lack of protection that broke you then is the same lack of protection that is breaking you now and contributing to whatever cycle you're in, whether it comes to experiences with people, money, jobs, friends, dates, I don't fucking know, okay? But it's all connected. And again, but this, you not, something's not being connected though, okay? It's like this up in the air is like, it's like the energy is up and away. And going back to, if you're clumsy, that being ungrounded, being unbalanced, imbalance, whichever is the correct terminology, but it's like, you know, trying to bring you back to center. And this is usually communicated and done through breath work, but this is, for you, it's more so connected to those that have eyes will see and those that have ears will hear. But again, I just want to iterate, the 5 is missing, okay? Which is the 5th house, which is Leo, which is literally the strength card, okay? Okay, and then for Gabriel to rule Cancer, the mother of the zodiac, that protection energy. You know, it's giving for those, I feel like, I don't know, this is just what I'm getting. So it's like, as times progress, for those that are childless, that want families, or for those that have families but want more children, it's like, for there to be a new earth birth, because we always talk about, you know, the revolution, Babylon falling, the fucking systems need to fall, blah, 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 right? But when it comes to the people, all right, you know, the collective is just focused on being more tapped in, you know, connected to nature, natural, holistic, herbalism, shit like that, right? But that fucking parenting, unhealthy parenting that we did not have, it's like God is making us do that for ourselves, mother and father ourselves, in such a way where the new generations that are birthed in wholeness and healing, and they don't have to go through the fucking generational fucking karmic shit that we have experienced and went through. I feel like what I'm saying is going to take some time to unfold, but it feels like that's the energy that just when it comes to the birth of anything, right? Even a business, a fucking a legacy, something that's supposed to pass down through generations. I feel like there's this level of protection that is aligned, that comes from mother and father energy, that are foreign to most of us. And fucking for those of us that do know, the energy is not, it's not each one teach one type shit happening. So that's a problem. So, you know, spirit is solution focused. So yeah, there will be a solution, but we have been fighting. And as I look at this card, the green flag, green as the heart chakra, is the one that is on the ground. But the blue flag is up, okay, always having something to say, all right? Yellow flag is kind of up, okay, solar plexus, okay, confidence, ego, depends on you on the light side or dark side of things, okay? You on the spring of things or the autumn of things, you know, light versus dark. But, you know, newness versus shedding as well. But something needs to, going back to how the very near the beginning when I mentioned like nature is, it's an external energy, right? It's outside. We go outside, we be in the rain, we be in the sun, you know, we be in the wind, all of the things, right? But at the same time, nature is very, very personal. You know, we have personal experiences, spirit guides, confirmations, all of that. That is aligned with this, okay? And aligned with this damn journey. 6, 7. And it's like when it comes to intricacies in the industry, you are the business. Even if you're working for someone else, shit, you are the business. You represent the fucking business, okay? The business helping pay your fucking bills. You're a part of the fucking business. And it's like instead of aligning your mental with that versus I'm working for somebody else. No, I mean, yeah, but if you're a person that struggles with poverty or scarcity or lack, and for it's giving, I hear the energy of submission as well. When it comes to that, it's like stop seeing yourself as under and see yourself as a fucking equal, okay? Because who the fuck said these people were below you? Their bank accounts, their statuses, their titles. What man giveth, God can take away. So it goes back to Gabriel. God is my strength, you know, just saying. Thank you, Malik. All right, what else? We've been flowing, Scorpio. It's 9:44. That fell. You have the master, artisan, or artisan. Hold on. The scribe in reverse, and then the queen of scrolls upright. My heart chakra feels happy. Okay, you're right. Uriel and the Sphinx. Okay, so Scorpio, babe, it's giving easy does it. Easy really fucking does it, okay? It's like a slow and steady climax versus a 2-minute climax. Easy does it, right? So yes, on some level, you know, you are a guide, you are a teacher, you are a mentor. You know, this could be in personal life, this could be in business, you know, at work. You know, you could be a boss of some status. You know, people seek you for advice. You could train, whatever the case may be, right? I'm saying that because he's teaching, right? Teacher student vibes, right? And I don't feel like this is teacher student. I feel like this is child parent energy. Now, whether you're feminine or masculine, we all carry feminine and masculine energies. So it is 100% possible for all of us to mother and father ourselves without men feeling emasculated and without women feeling weak. I will say as a woman, it can feel weak. Okay. Okay. But in this energy of, you know, whatever role that you play, whatever master artisan you are, you're very gifted at what you do. And with this 8 of keys, even though 8 it represents cycles, it's also connected to fixed energy. You are the 8th house, and 8 card is Leo. But instead of it, you know, just being an ever-going figure 8, it feels very, well, in a way it is an ever-going figure 8 because it feels like you're very fixed in something, meaning whatever it is that you do, like you were born to do it. Like, you know, even if you got training or whatever the case may be, it was already a gift that you were birthed with, and you are utilizing it now. And it could be to you on a small scale, it could be on a massive scale. You know, you could be on the rise, whatever the case may be, where you could be there. Whatever it is that you are fixed in, right? And going back to the energy of easy does it, that is like the energy that you were gifted with, okay? This Queen of Scrolls is given, this was spoken into your spirit, your breath, okay? It's like as breath was given to you, okay? God spoke this into you. Not to sound like that, but real shit, right? Your ancestors spoke this to you. You see how her third eye is lit up, okay? Honey, yeah. So whatever that is, it's going to carry you through this cycle of reconnecting to that purity, that innocence, that inner child, right? Now, with the scribe in reverse, perfectionism has to be eliminated, right? And you could probably be a person that you say you don't give a fuck, right? But you do give a fuck. That'd be the thing, okay? Us that we don't give a fuck, but we do, okay? And yeah, we do. And with the scribe being in reverse, it goes back to, you see all these scrolls on the floor, okay? It's like it has to be done a certain way. It's like thinking about when you're writing something. You're writing something, you don't like how it's starting, you tear the page out, you ball it up, throw it to the side, right? And then it's like you're wasting paper, you're wasting nature, you're wasting fucking trees. Paper comes from trees, right? And again, nature is external, but it's very fucking personal at the same time. And it's like, you know, instead of just, we have solutions now. We have fucking whiteout, okay? We be having fucking eraser ass fucking pens and pencils and shit, all right? But to not get into those technicalities of what we have now, when it comes to Uriel and the Sphinx energy, the ancient, you know, the ancestors, the ancestors went fucking through it so we could have it as easy does it as the revolution unfolds, right? And yes, not to say we just need to be lazy as fuck and not do shit, you know, stick to the program that we have created for ourselves. Peep that I said stick to the program that we have created for ourselves, not the program the program that has been projected onto us. But the scribe in reverse, with all of this, the master artisan and Uriel and the Sphinx, with the easy does it. Sometimes it's like when someone needs a friend, right? Sometimes that the friend that they need is just someone to listen, okay? And I feel like that could, I don't know why the fuck we're going here, but that could also contribute as to why some people don't fuck with therapy, don't like it, because instead of just, you know, it's being an exchange to just talk and listen and just let me fucking get it out without you having a fucking opinion. It's like there's always an opinion. And, you know, it's like with children, right? Sometimes the best way to learn is to just listen. Okay, it may not make sense to you, but if you continue to listen, you'll be able to put 1 + 1 = fucking 2, okay? And be fucking amazed. And I feel like with whatever you are doing, whether it comes to teaching, whether it comes to fucking learning, it's like, don't get to the point where you're so stressed about the change that the change is not fucking made, okay? Or stressed about being clear on the outcome, or clear on the journey, or clear on what you're building, or clear on what's being exchanged, clear on how you receive. Saying so many fucking clears, I forgot the rest of my goddamn sentence, but fuck all that shit, okay? It's the fucking point I'm trying to make, all right? Because it's not, again, easy does it. And it's interesting because I feel like, you know, well, I notice fixed signs can be very, very serious. And when the collective does not match that seriousness, it can become a problem to the fixed signs, okay? Heavily fixed in my chart, so I can speak for myself. But that be the problem, okay? It's like, just do, just do, okay? And how the collective responds and receives ain't got shit to do with us, okay? We just have to do what we were told, do what we guided, okay? We handled the business. What's that? You give me the business? That song is not aligned with this message. But something is supposed to be fun. Something is supposed to be not so adultish. And the adultish is sucking the life out of something, okay? Not to say you need to be irresponsible. I just want to be clear, because people be acting fucking delusional when I be saying shit sometimes. And I'm like, that's not what the fuck I said. So just let me be clear, all right? Be responsible, but stop being so fucking serious, okay? And judgmental, because there's some judgment. And as you judge, you are being judged. And then I love this because on the bottom, you have Atsum, all of these spirit guides, right? All of this guidance. You are very, very protected. But at the same time, you are playing with your own protection and your own innocence, because that's aligned. If your inner child feels unprotected, then there is some paranoia that you are going to experience in your adult life until you deal with that shit, okay? Some type of paranoia. You will not be able to run from it. And each time you try to run, honey, it will catch up. I see 19 peeking out reflection. So, IDK. Caught in the ruins on the bottom. You keep getting a lot of 7. So this is, it feels like a journey and a lesson within itself that just needs to be completed. I think this deck is done talking. Yeah. It fulfilled his wishes. At least you got a positive 5 though. Here's the 5, wishes fulfilled. Again, this is the other side. And the other side is simple. Getting there is very simple. It's like being so afraid to let your guard down that you just, it's like you get tense all the time. Then you wonder why you gotta be fucking stretching all the fucking time. I mean, it's good to stretch, right? But it's like, why do I feel tense? Why do I haven't done anything extraneous? It's because your inner child feels unsafe. I think that's about to be your title. I don't know. We have 2 more decks though. Scorpio, November. Courage. Purification again. Scorpio. November 2025. You have power, upright, stillness in reverse. You don't know how to be still. Purity again in reverse again. Oh God. Embracing, thriving. This literally is, everything else is upright but these 2. Easy does it, simply does it. Maybe you should wear more white. I notice I've been wearing white a lot on YouTube lately, but I wore white for my birthday intentionally, so yeah. Thriving is looking at purity and stillness in reverse. So between power and thriving, beloved, you have stillness and purity in reverse, right? And then instead of you embracing it, maybe the embracing, the egret's back is turned from all this shit. It's like, no, I'm not trying to embrace that. Fuck that. I'm trying to embrace something else. But then on the bottom, you still have courage. I don't know what else to say. I really don't. What do you want me to say? Because Spirit, I feel like a broken record right now after 58 minutes. Love. Very interesting. I love that though. So love upright is clarifying stillness and purity. Do you need an animal or something? Like a baby? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But it's like, you know, when you plant a seed for a flower, just like that softness, like you're not going to be rough with the flower. It's fragile, right? So you're going to be calm with it, patient with it, right? Yes, you're going to be excited because you want to see, you know, the seed that you planted sprout. That excitement is connected to that childlike energy, that childlike innocence. But instead of being frustrated that the shit hasn't sprouted in a fucking week or 2 versus being patient with the process, it reflects 2 different results, right? I also feel like, you know, there's another message with this courage is you're really trying to have control over some type of program that you have no control over. So that message really is tied into, you know, being guided to do something or whatever, say something, speak something, and it just makes no sense for you to do it, and you don't do it, when in reality, it's like it's not about you, but it is about you, you know? And when I say it's not about you in current terms, it's like, you know, you're grown as fuck now, okay? We not kids no more. Respectfully, right? I get it. But that inner child you is a part of you always and forever till you transition wherever you go next. But it's like a lack of, you know, we love to fall in love with people, you know, we love, right? But can we match that energy all the way around instead of being picky and choosy? And agape love, unconditional love, is a match of energy all the way around without being picky and choosy. And no matter how much you as a person may not think that makes sense, to God, to the divine, to the universe, it's everything. J. Cole told y'all love is the strongest drug of them all. It really, really is. But imagine what that drug can be if that energy was just all you for real and then given to others versus getting half in pieces and fucking slices and whatever the fuck you've been giving out, okay? Now, whatever you got going on with this thriving, there's 3 other giraffes, right? Everybody is elevating in their own way, okay? At this point in time, when it comes to you, you could be, I don't know, it's giving concern about people around, but everyone is going through something, okay? But it feels like more so of a lesson attached with an upgrade, a change, a transition. And we are in the energy of death and rebirth, and we are in the energy of the snake. So with that being said, we're in a fixed sign too, okay? So the shedding is the war of the roses type shit, but roses are love, okay? Red roses, the root chakra, a foundation of love. Okay, but with an innocence, a not so fucking ultimatum type shit, all right? Because it feels like you've been living in a very ultimatum-ish way, and that's not what it's giving from the highest self, but that's definitely what it's giving from the lower self. So take action, okay? Because purity, and it came out reversed too many times, and you literally are the energy of purity in a sense, okay? So once you take action underneath blessings, okay? What you want. Ooh, I have chills. Anything else for Scorpio? I feel not. Anything else? Yeah, enlightenment, no, I feel not. All right, period. All right, last deck. Scorpio. If y'all want to know, I'm kind of behind because I didn't start yesterday, but we're aligning the signs with the days of the week, but because I'm starting today, I threw it off. So yesterday, I was supposed to do you and Aries. Both of you are ruled by Mars. Tuesday is Mars Day. Today is Mercury. Gemini and Virgo are ruled by Mercury. So my goal is to get Gemini done tonight. We'll see. Tomorrow, Jupiter, Sagittarius and Pisces are ruled by Jupiter. So that's how it's going. Friday will be Taurus and Libra. They're both ruled by Venus. Saturday, Capricorn. Cancer is its opposite. Leo and Libra. Leo and Libra will be off as far as that dynamic. But that's how it's going. If you want to know when your sign is going to get done. Okay, for November. Anything else? For Scorpio, what else would you like them to know for November before we close outside of what we said for the last hour? Release the resistance. Literally, that's the message. Release the resistance you have the fates on the bottom. 4 plus 9 is 13. Underneath the fates, you have the courage to step into life, the perfect storm. So first card, surrender in reverse. Second card, possibility for union in reverse. Third card is fortune's will, luck, and right timing upright. So you're very fixed with something. And I feel like if things have not started to backfire, Scorpio, they're about to backfire. I also feel like you are not, I don't know, it's giving self-absorbed in a way where other people are noticing neglect. Take that how it resonates in regards to yourself and in regards to, you know, interactions with others. But yeah, you definitely want something to go your way. And the more that you try to push that, the more that it's not going to go your way. It's just not. Okay. But however, when you release, when you give it to God, throw your hands up, fuck it, I'm done type shit, fortune's will, luck, and right timing. Your issues and power struggles with control are being highlighted. And when it comes to, I feel like when it comes to your North Node versus what you want to accomplish, yes, they are aligned, but it's like you're also disconnecting with some parts. It's like North Node says do this, but South Node is, I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do, okay? We didn't already live this life, okay? And so we can live this again if I choose to. So it's like that battle, and the nodes are in Virgo and Pisces right now as well. Mutable energy. So the fates, the courage to step into life, you have the power to transmute effortlessly, okay? Easy does it. That's going to be a theme. I feel like especially throughout 2026 when we are in the Wheel of Fortune, that 10, which simplifies to 1 year. But this is 23. It breaks down to 5. Again, another 5 that you do want. But in order to get here, you got to get in a childlike energy with the divine, okay? Because it's like you be matching energy. How you match energy with humans is how you've been matching it with the ethers, and they will shut you the fuck down, okay? Okay, but hella grace, okay? And before, all right? But when enough is enough, enough is enough. And we are in Scorpio season, Scorpio, so enough is enough, okay? Maybe that'll be your title. I don't know. Anything else? I am hungry. Hungry as fuck. That's us all. Are we done? Let me get one last card from where we started. My nose is itching. And then we're doing Aries next. Your last card is a 5. Would you look at that? The Bee Spirit, prosperity. It's giving a lot can change in 6 months, even though this is 5, because spring is literally like 6 months away. Now, the Bee Spirit, we are in autumn, but depending on where you are, bees could still be around, okay? So even if you're seeing, I'll simplify it to this. If you are seeing something that is rare based on the season of life, that is a sign, okay, that all is not lost. And you are in the perfect and prime opportunity to shift out of the energy that you don't want into what you do want. But what you do want to do is what you don't want to do, okay? Which is surrender, be innocent, let go, see what the fuck happens. Fuck, I was about to say something else with that. Shit. What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. So you know how in life, you know, the goal is to always have the mind and the heart aligned, right? And I feel like you've been making a lot of head over heart decisions. However, you're being asked to transmute into heart over head decisions, which requires a certain level of vulnerability, which requires a certain level of innocence, which requires a certain level of what's that word? I'm saying the energy of bliss, but no, that's not what I'm looking for. It like requires you to reprogram your mind in a way of not having an expectation and truly being okay with not knowing, which would be in the seasons of learning. And let's just say, you know, you're in the season of learning, but you've already experienced or learned the lesson in regards to something. Well, maybe you have the reflection card. Maybe that's a sign to reflect on. Okay, you've been there, you've done that, all right, you did that, now you can do this. You remember, you didn't think that shit was easy, okay, but we got through it, we overcame, you overcame. So this is similar to that, you know. And Mercury retrograde could be reminding you of how far you come, just so you can go the extra mile and really shit on your old self, because that's what it's feeling like doing. Okay, with prosperity, grace on here, and magician, it's saying shit on your old self, okay, and embody the new self in purity and innocence. And when it's purity and innocence, baby, you always got a smile on your face, because there's no expectation of anything to fail, because you don't fucking know. Okay, that's all I gotta say. I love you. God bless you. I'll see you when I finish these all signs for the Taurus full moon and Mercury retrograde reading. Okay, bye. Aries is next, by the way.